So we're going to go into a hand release sequence with the ball. So I'm going to get you grabbing your little soft ball and just find a comfortable spot sitting on the floor, or you can also do this sequence sitting at your dining room table. If you've got just a nice firm surface to work on, then that would be perfect. Initially, we're going to just test how our grip strength is, and that's going to be what we're going to use as our reassessment at the end of the sequence to see what sort of effect we've had in our body with this fascial release work. So I've got the ball and I'm just going to hold it in one hand and I'm just going to squeeze the ball quite firmly and then release the ball off. And I'm just going to do that twice more. And all I'm doing here is getting a sense for how my grip strength feels at the moment. And then I'll just take hold of the ball with the other hand and test on the other side. Give it a good squeeze, ease it off a couple more times just to get a good sense for how my grip strength's feeling today. And then ease it off. Okay, so that's the little test we're going to come back to at the end of this sequence to compare our results. Now I'm going to take the ball into the very center of my hand. I'm going to place my hand on top of the ball and I'm just going to gently press into the ball here and then just ease off. Now as you compress into the ball, again I'm pressing in again, you want to find a level of pressure that feels comfortable. So if you do want to go a little more strongly, then you can use your other hand to help you press in on the ball. That's an optional extra. But again, just find a little level where the level of pressure feels pleasant. There should never be pain or discomfort here. Now for the next position, I'm going to take the ball directly under the knuckle at the base of my index finger, so this sort of area here. Again, I take the hand down onto the floor and just press into that area. And ease off, and again press and ease off. So just 2 or 3 presses here in this position is perfect. Next we take the ball to the base of your middle finger and it's the same movement. Press and ease off. 2 or 3 times, just gently compressing and decompressing into the fascia in that area. Then I come to the knuckle at the base of the 4th finger, the ring finger. Gently press in and ease off and try that a couple more times. And gently press. Finally, I come to the knuckle at the base of the 5th finger, the little pinky finger, press in, ease it off. Again, if the hand's nice and relaxed, you might even see the knuckles slightly press up as you press in on the ball. And ease off. For our next point, I'm going to come into the center of the pad at the base of my thumb. So I take the hand onto the ball there. Again, remember if you want to, you can use the other hand for some extra pressure if needed. In many cases, it's not needed, so you may well find this is enough pressure, just pressing down with your hand. Press down into the center of that area and ease off. And again, just 2 or 3 times, just nice and slow and steady, pressing into that area. Release off. Now we take it to the position right in the middle between the 2 flesh pads at the base of the hand. So I go into that area and again, I gently press in on the ball. Ease it off, just twice more here. Final press. And then I take the ball to the flesh pad on the side of the pinky finger of my hand and I just press into that area there. Gently ease it off. Again, press into that area and ease off. 2 or 3 times is perfect. Okay, we're going to swap to the other hand now, right into the center of the hand, exactly the same sequence. Gently press into the ball and ease off. And again, press into the ball. We're going to do that 3 times through. From there, take the ball to the base of your index finger, just underneath the knuckle. And again, press into the ball. We're going to go for 2 or 3 presses here. And continue in your own time working through your fingers. So now we go to the middle finger, just gently pressing. And then of course, gradually in your own time, as you're ready, 2 or 3 times there. Then you can go to that ring finger. And then to the pinky finger. So in Pilates, often we sort of talk about the fact that our feet are a very neglected part of our body. We walk on them all day. Just keep working through the fingers as you're ready. We walk on them all day and don't give them much attention. But relatively speaking, we probably give more attention to feet than we do even the poor hands. So I reckon the poor hands are the really neglected part of our body. And it's quite interesting when you go into this pressing and you sort of start to get in the hands and you realize how many really tight little sections and spots you have in the hand. So the next little area we're going to go into, flesh pad at the base of the thumb. Take the ball right into the center of that area. Again, just gently press and ease off. And we're just going to do 2 little presses there, or 3. And then we come to the middle of those 2 flesh pads at the base of the hand. Press into that area there. The hand release sequence is really useful if you're the sort of person, if you work in a computer all day, doing typing, flesh pad at the base of the pinky finger now, typing or using the mouse, if you tend to get any issues associated with carpal tunnel or RSI. But also for anyone who gets neck and shoulder tension, this is a great sequence because we're releasing the fascia of the hand, which is continuous with the fascia running up all the way through the arm, into the shoulder and into the neck. So once you've pressed through that flesh pad at the base of the pinky finger side, we're now going to take the ball. I'm going to place my first hand down onto the floor, and I'm going to take the ball to the top of the thumb, the knuckle, on the top side of the thumb, and I'm going to roll with even pressure from the base of the thumb all the way down to the tip of the finger. Back down to the base of the thumb and then roll all the way to the tip of the thumb. And you can do that 2 or 3 times. And then when you're ready, I'm going to take the ball now between my thumb and my index finger, and I'm going to roll along there. So I'm almost rolling along the sides of the finger and the thumb there. Again, that even press as I roll through. Once you do that 2 or 3 times, come to the base of the index finger and roll all the way down to the nail, the tip of the index finger, 2 or 3 times. This should feel really good to do. I'm getting the release, of course, through the bottom hand that I'm rolling the ball over, but also through the fascia on the palm of my top hand. Ball goes now between the second and the third finger and I roll it down. Again, 2 or 3 repetitions here, just massaging through that area. Then I take the ball to the top of the middle finger, roll it all the way down. Just slow and steady and continuous here. 1 more roll. And then I come between my middle and my ring finger and roll along the sides of those fingers. Again, 2 or 3 times, just smooth and continuous pressure. Then I come on top of my ring finger, rolling down through the finger to the tip of the nail. 2 or 3 times. And then between the ring finger and the little finger, smooth roll through the hand. Once more here. And then to the base of the pinky finger and roll all the way to the tip of the nail, 2 or 3 times rolling through there. Now once you've done there, we're going to swap and we're going to come to the other hand. So ball comes again to the base of the thumb. Smooth even pressure as you roll down towards the tip of the thumb, 2 or 3 times through that area. And then just continue in your own time from the top of the thumb to between the thumb and the index finger. Roll smoothly through that area, feeling the massage down the sides of the fingers. Once you've done your 2 to 3 repetitions there, take it to the top of that index finger, from the knuckle all the way down to the tip of the finger. 2 to 3 times, even pressure through. Again, adjust to between that index finger and the middle finger and rolling through the hands. We've got just 1 more repetition here, and then take it to the middle finger. You should have started to suss out the sequence now. So 2 or 3 times through the middle finger. And then again, just when you're ready, take it between the middle finger and the ring finger. Even, smooth pressure. Just kind of like slow and deliberate. Like these sequences, once you get used to them, will actually be quite quick to work through, but you don't want to rush them. Onto the ring finger now, rolling down through the top, keeping even pressure again. Then we come between the ring finger and that little pinky finger. Roll along the sides of the fingers, 2 or 3 repetitions here. And then finally rolling along the top of that pinky finger from the knuckle down to the fingertip, 2 or 3 times, just that smooth, even roll. Okay, release off from there. Now from here, we're going to take the ball to the flesh pad at the base of the thumb. We're going to roll from the flesh pad to the base of the thumb to the flesh pad at the pinky finger side. So the ball goes onto the floor, the ball comes to that flesh pad at the base of the thumb, and then I roll. It's almost like a little U shape towards the pinky finger side. And then I roll with even pressure back towards the thumb side. And we're going to do that about 3 times, just rolling through that area in that little sort of U-shaped type movement. Now, once you've done it 3 times, bring the ball to that area at the base of the thumb, stay on it, and just tiny little circles massaging into that area. 4 or 5 in one direction, and then 4 or 5 the other way. From there, we swap to the other hand. Ball goes to the flesh pad at the base of the thumb, Even pressure as you roll in that U shape towards the pinky finger flesh pad. And then even pressure as you roll back to the base of the thumb again. 2 to 3 times, just rolling evenly with smooth pressure through that area. Pressure goes in both directions as you roll thumb to pinky finger and as you roll pinky finger to thumb. Then keep the pressure on at the base of the thumb and just little circles right into the little center of that flesh pad, yeah? There's sort of a spot in there that often feels really good to get in on. Once you've done a few circles one way, take it into a few circles going around the other way. And then release there. Okay, I'm going to get serious for the next one. I'm just going to take my bracelet off. So if you are wearing a watch or anything like that, it might be useful to remove for this next one. We're going to start off just with one hand. I'm going to take the ball to the front tip of my thumb, and I'm going to roll from the front tip of my thumb down towards that little point just between the 2 flesh pads on the hand. So from the tip of the thumb down towards that point between the 2 flesh pads at the front of the wrist or the middle of the wrist, then to the index finger and roll through the finger all the way down through the hand to that front of the wrist. Then the middle finger, again just even pressure all the way through as we go. Then the 4th finger, smooth pressure. And then that little pinky finger, yeah? Now we go back and we do the same sequence again, but this time, start from the thumb, start with the ball fairly close towards you, because you're going to roll from the thumb down to that front of the wrist, and then you're going to continue on down all the way through the forearm till you come to the tip of the elbow. Then we ease the pressure off, come back up, again to the index finger, and you go from the tip of the index finger all the way down, rolling down towards the tip of the elbow. Bring the ball back to the tip of the middle finger and roll it all the way down through the forearm to the tip of the elbow. Bring it back, 4th finger, smooth roll, even all the way through, massaging through that fascia of the forearm, which often is surprisingly tight. Start from the pinky finger now and roll all the way through and all the way down to the tip of the elbow. Come up, release from there, and we take the ball now again to the base of the thumb. So from the base of the thumb, rolling it down towards that middle center of the wrist. Come back up to the index finger, same thing, even pressure through as you roll down towards that middle of the wrist. Back to the middle finger and rolling it smoothly down. Next to the ring finger, roll it smoothly down to the center of the wrist. And then pinky finger, rolling it all the way down. Now from here we continue it all the way through the forearm. So from the tip of the thumb all the way down to the wrist, and then continue rolling all the way through till you get to the tip of the elbow. Ease off, come back up, go from the index finger. Roll it all the way down through the wrist, all the way down to the tip of the elbow. I love doing this one, it always feels really good. Middle finger all the way down, and then all the way continuing through the forearm to the tip of the elbow again. Ring finger, rolling it down, all the way down through to the tip of the elbow. And then again, from the pinky finger, roll it all the way down through the wrist, through the forearm, right down to the elbow. And come back up. Now we're going to come back to the first hand and we're going to finish off scribbling over the whole surface of the hand. So it's little random movements in all sorts of directions. Cover all of the fingers, go through the arch of the hand, the palm of the hand, over the wrist. Just cover all little different random directions, any old way. And then from there, when you're ready, we're just going to swap to the other side. So all the way over the hand, over the fingers. Make sure you get down over the wrist. Any old rapid little movements in each direction. And then when you're ready, release from there and let's retest. So you're going to take hold of the ball, give it a little bit of a squeeze and see how your grip strength is feeling. Mine certainly now is feeling a lot stronger in comparison to what it was before. I can much more easily squeeze that ball and squeeze it a whole lot more than previously. And then try the other side just for comparison. Okay, well done. We've done our hand release.